you know that anytime you're new at something, you do it the first couple times, you're gonna suck, right? So I have to apologize yesterday. I am not so great at this whole Instagram thing and this social media stuff still. I have my young millennial, my young Gen Z team to help me. So here I am trying to stop it, fumbling my hands all over it. So that's just for all of us. Anytime we're new at something and we're doing something for the first time, you have to expect to suck. So today's topic is about growth. And I was thinking this morning, like, you know what? I love having my coffee hour with my bestie a couple days a week. And I was like, this is like our little coffee hour together. So on the days that Stephanie, my director, is not here, I can bring coffee because she doesn't like coffee. It will literally make her vomit. So on the days she's not here, I'm going to bring coffee. We're going to sit and have coffee in the morning together. So yes, embrace the suck, expect to fail your first time at anything. So today's growth topic, I'm obsessed with personal development. And one of the individuals I learn from and follow, he's since passed, but his name is Jim Rohn. And he always says, the more you learn, the more you earn. And I see so many of you out there learning and going to trainings and like crushing the education, but I think we're failing in the area of personal development because you have to grow your personality and your character and your self-image into the person that your financial net worth can support, if that makes sense. So I see injectors always putting in the time to get better at their skill, but they're not putting in the time to get better with themselves. And to be in this industry, we already know you have to have some tough skin, right? We had a little combo on that yesterday. So we have to have tough skin, but we also have to have a very strong self-image and a very strong self-belief that we belong and we have every right to be here and to make our space and to make our make our space in this arena. So that's a challenge I want each of you to work on, and give me feedback and let me know what your thoughts are and what you're doing to personally develop yourself into a stronger individual, emotionally, physically, mentally, because just working on your skill as an injector isn't going to make you stronger and tougher and more resilient in this industry. So that's my quote for the day is just the more you learn, the more you earn. So learn as much about yourself, know who you are, know what you want, and go after it. So a couple more thoughts is, that's what I wanted to tell you. So remember how I said yesterday we had some good news? Well, funny thing is the universe has its own way of doing things. And I'm a believer in God, love, the universe, whatever you want to call it, higher power. So we, I don't know if you guys have listened to some of my little podcasts earlier on about starting your business debt-free and staying debt-free. Well, I've worked really hard to save a lot of money and put us in a good financial position. And so I'm going to just show you, we put in a cash offer on a space. I don't know if you can see this. And all weekend, I met with a friend, and we built out and designed this whole suite that we put in a cash offer. So we offered $4,000 less than the asking price. That was it. Just cash offer. Cash offer is pretty strong, right? So at 5 o'clock last night, I am getting my nails done with my bestie, and I was like, oh, hey, we need to check my email because the offer's coming through. So, so this is outside of Park City. I've had a small business for 8 years that I've just rented a really, really small space. And so this is just outside of Park City. So we are in a position that we could buy a location, build it out, and build a big team there, and still serve that rural area and have trainings there. So we find this, it's the only place available. It's beautiful, location's great. We put in the offer, do the whole bill out, gorgeous, like gorgeous fireplace, everything. So I'm getting my nails done, and I asked my friend to check my email to see what they said about the offer. And I believe in signs from the universe. So I, an hour before, was at home feeding my kids, and I checked my email and it wasn't there. And so I just said a little prayer, and I said, okay, universe, if this is meant to be, I trust that everything will fall into place, that there won't be a struggle, that it will be like, it doesn't get better than this, cash offer, right? If it's meant to be, it will be. And I completely 100% was like, I trust this, whatever is meant to be. So she opens the email, and it said, counter offer. We want you to offer, we want a full asking price. And I was like, no, like, I'm out. And she's like, you really sound like Barbara Cochran on Shark Tank. You're out, you're just out. I said, yeah, I'm out. And she flips her phone around, and she doesn't even know this. She did not know this. She flips her phone around. She's like, oh my gosh, look, do you ever see synchronicity numbers? Like, and it was 555. And I had been seeing 555 every single day. And she said to me, well, what does it mean? Because she's been seeing 333. So I was like, well, it just means that when you're in that moment, pay attention to what you're feeling and pay attention to what's happening right now in that moment. And she's like, oh. And I was like, oh my gosh, do you realize what that is? That's a sign. That was my sign from the universe, from God, from higher power, from my angels, whatever you want to call it. 555 was be present, be now, stay firm in your decision. So I went home and I rejected the counter offer. So as far as I know, we do not have this property. But guess what? I'm okay with it because I trust that something greater is going to happen and going to come. So that's the long story of what I was planning to share with you guys. So we're not going to have it after all. But that's okay. We still have a beautiful location that we're going to just keep moving forward with. And I'm just going to keep growing my account. So what I want to say about growth is this. I got off a little tangent, but when you're growing as an injector in this industry, I want you to be very smart about the decisions you make, because most of the time we make decisions based on how much money. I'll take this job if it pays well. And this is the thing, is you're chasing the money, but money is like, how do I explain it? You know, if you ever dated a guy and he's like all over your heels and he like follows you like a puppy dog, ugh, right? It's not attractive. So when you chase money, it runs further away from you. What I want you to lean into is when you're growing, lean into growing from here. Listen with your heart and your soul. Listen to what your conscious is telling you of what your fullest version is, what you're capable of, what you're, like, make that your sole focus instead of chasing the money. And I promise you guys, the money will come. The money will come. And I want to talk money more specifically for women, because I think we get uncomfortable with money. We feel dirty, and we feel like we're bragging, okay? It was actually some of my students that brought this to my attention, is they wanted me to share with them more of my success, more of my life, more of my business. And I love to share that, but I don't ever want to come across that I'm bragging or that I'm, like I said, I will never lie to you, and I will never get on Instagram and pretend I'm somebody I'm not. And I will never, you'll never see me with a designer bag. That's just not who I am. and it's fine if you want a designer bag, but I'm just saying pay cash for it, don't go into debt for it, okay? And I want to talk more about money with you, and I want to talk about growing your bank account with peace, love, joy, and bliss and balance versus just chasing the money, taking a job because it pays you more. Listen, the more you learn and the better you become, the more valuable you are to a company, to a business, and the more money you will make. Like, has everyone met Cicely, my assistant? I love her. She has become so valuable to me, and we work so well together, and I've told her, look, the more the company makes, the more you're gonna make. That's just how it is. And she's completely all in with the business. When you invest in someone's business, because they invested in you to take the opportunity to hire you, do your very best. Go in and strive to be exceptional. Like, be so good. And I tell my students this all the time. Be so good that they want to talk about you. They want to promote you. They want to raise you. They want to give you gifts. They want to spoil you rotten because you are so good for their business and their company. It is not easy to be in this position, to be a leader, to be a boss, to be a business owner. It's not, but it's so awesome. And I'm figuring it out as I go, and I've taken classes and I keep learning and growing. And I want to share all those things with you. But you work on yourself, focus on yourself as a whole, as an individual, and not just chase the money as an injector. Because I see so many get caught up in that. And I see so many coming to this industry for the money. Honey, that's not what it's about. It's a privilege to do what we do and to serve the women and the men in our chairs. It's a privilege. So I want to answer, why do we as women feel shame about talking about money? Men have no problem. You're exactly right. I'm hoping this changes, and I'm hoping we can change this, is we have every right to be here, right? We created this table. We have every right. And if you look at every successful man, just about 99.9% of them have a very powerful, strong woman behind the scenes, which I find quite ironic. But anyway, I want us to get past that. I want us to feel comfortable. We don't need to brag about our money. But you know what, you guys, when you have your own money, you make your own money and you can contribute to the family, or it really, like, my marriage is amazing because we both have this is my saying. He wears his pants, I wear my pants. Okay? That's how it goes in my house. So wear your own pants, make your own money, be smart with your money. My husband's a banker, and he's always told me, it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's what you do with it. And it is right. If you've not heard about the compound effect, which we'll talk about, money grows when you're consciously aware of it, and it will grow really, really fast. And I want to teach you everything I know about money and what I've learned about money. For those of you that don't know, I was raised on food stamps and welfare. And I come from a family of 6 girls, and I'm the only one with an education. And I am a millionaire, not bragging, but I've saved and scrimped, and my kids wore old Holy shoes, and I wore no brand clothing for the longest time. And I still drive a Camry. I would rather have money in my bank and have a peaceful marriage than have a designer bag, personally. That's my own prerogative. But, and no shaming or hating on people with designer bags. Honey, I got my things that I love. But I want to talk about being smart with money. And I want to help you guys be successful in your business by making smart decisions. So, and we'll talk more about that. But I want you to focus on personal growth as an injector and not just focusing on chasing a job for the money or being in every training that you can get. So sharpen all your skills, not just your injection skills. So I'm going to quickly cruise through this, make sure if anybody had questions for me. I love your feedback. I love your insight. Lindsay will catch up with you. Thank you everyone for joining. I really want this to be valuable for you. Yes, you're exactly right. What will be for me will be for me. What is meant to be mine, and I 100% believe that. So I will keep you guys posted though, because something's great is gonna come. So Again, I want you guys to get as much value out of this as possible. So give me feedback. Let me know what it is you want to talk about, subjects, topics. And I will see you tomorrow morning. It's Wednesday tomorrow. We're just here in St. George again. And then tomorrow's topic, have it written down, I will post it. So come prepared with questions, let's talk. And then we will have a money subject next week. And we'll get right down and dirty with money and talk money, because money is a blessing that just amplifies who we are and what we can offer the world. So love you all. Have a beautiful day. And I'm going to try to click out of here without blinding you.